Mr Speaker, on Friday night at Devonport at the Paranapple Centre, the Tasmanian Dairy Awards were held, and it was an incredible evening of passion and excitement and a real commitment to the young people of a great industry and support for the next generation. Dairy Tasmania do such a great job. Laura and her team do a fantastic job for this industry right across Tasmania. It was great to see at a new time of the year this event being able to attract people from the Northwest Coast, from the Northeast, from right across Tasmania to celebrate what is one of Tasmania's greatest industries. There are a number of awards presented on the evening, and I want to go through and acknowledge and shout out to the recipients, but to all the finalists, to everyone that went to the effort to nominate and to participate in the awards. It really shows the strength of this sector, but what it does show more than anything is the connectedness and the support across the sector, and particularly that support of families, of generational contribution, and a really strong theme on the night of supporting young people. And one of the reasons why that theme was so strong, we had this fantastic speaker on the night, Tangaroa Walker from New Zealand. I'm not sure if anyone is aware of him. He's a bit of a social media sensation in the dairy sector. A dairy farmer, a young dairy farmer with a really hard but used for good story. He shared really openly on the night his personal story from birth right through his younger years, where he had difficult times having a family actually invest in and support him, and he moved around from different homes in different places across New Zealand. But he found his place as an early young boy who wanted to raise some pocket money to be able to create some independence by milking cows and supporting animals on his farm, and eventually meeting, through his confidence really, a dairy farmer down the road who took him on to do some milking work and has created this incredible future for him. And he wanted to share his passion for and his commitment to creating a good life for himself, for his family, but for his community and his industry by really encouraging young people to get in and have a go. He said one of the turning points in his life was being on stage and being awarded a youth award in dairy, and he said just taking that moment on stage to soak it up and share it with others and to accept that there was a really positive thing happening was something that he wanted to pass on to other people, like the young people that were recognised in Devonport last Friday night. There was a really important first-time scholarship offered. It was the inaugural Future of Dairy scholarship offered by the Lawrence family, and it was fantastic to see young Gabby Jago successful with that scholarship, and so grateful for that opportunity and quite emotional about the connection between this scholarship, the family, and also her opportunities and future in dairying. There was an encouragement award for a young farmer, Russell Granfield. Again, a great energetic character. It's really good to see what's coming up through the industry, and a number of other awards presented. Compass received the Farm Safety Award. The Environmental Award was successfully received by the Meander Pastoral Co. There was an Employee and Employer of Choice Award, which is fantastic. So the Employer of Choice was Ashgrove Farms. You might be aware with Ashgrove Cheeses. Well, the Ashgrove Farms company were their Employer of Choice, and it was great to hear them talk about how committed they are to the people that work for them and how invested they are in them as people, but also as part of their business. There were just so many highlights of the night, but the Employee of the Award, Alexandria Shanks, she was great. Just to see people that are so committed to the long hours and the hard hours and, you know, the everyday commitment it takes to work in a dairy, and her excitement of sharing the story about how, you know, she gets up early in the morning, kicked out of bed and encouraged to get out and go to work and to enjoy what she does and be really committed to that, and, you know, share that enthusiasm across the room was fantastic. fantastic to see. The Share Farmer Award went to Nathan and Cassidy Lawrence. Congratulations. Again, it was great to see a young family really, digging in and committing to their future with what is not an easy pathway these days for young Tasmanian young farmers to find a pathway into farm ownership and finding their steps towards that, because financially it is difficult these days and there are lots of different opportunities. So it was great to see all of the nominations but Nathan and Cassidy being successful with the Share Farmer of the Year, and that Wood Rising were acknowledged as the Business of the Year. So shout out to Dairy Tasmania, to Laura, her team, to everyone that was involved on the night, but everyone also who made the nominations and made it possible. Dairying is an incredible sector in the Tasmanian farming community. It was celebrated in Devonport at the Paran Apple Centre. It was a great night. It's a great industry.